Conquering blah 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 blah. Afternoon and welcome to my first excuse video. So I've many videos in the pipeline, and a few that I'm working on right now that I was aiming to get out this week. I'd actually been aiming to get 2 videos out per week. I had been managing 1 video per week, and this week it looks like I wasn't going to get any video out. Hence this rambling excuse video. It's basically we're hard up against it at work. This is the small little hangar that I run and operate. It's not my hangar, but someone put me in charge. So Bryn's over there. Hi Bryn. Yeah. What's up, man? Whoa, yeah. And we've basically got this Cessna to tidy up. This is one aircraft owned by our company, company I work for, and it's on flying school duties. Hence it gets left outside, abused. It does about 700 hours per year. Oh, reg. We'll see the reg. That's not the end of the world, is it? 700 hours a year, and yeah, left outside, and we never get the time we ask for in order to do the maintenance on it. So should be having a full respray. It's just having the worst bits rubbed down and painted. But this has got to be painted and back in the air by Friday. It's Wednesday now. We've got the controls. We're doing a lot of stripping, so the controls we can pull off and paint strip, which is a horrible messy thing to do. It's fun for the first 5 minutes, but you know, once you start burning yourself and getting it in your face, it stops being quite so much fun. And then when we're done with the paint stripping, obviously that all needs jet washing off, and then Bryn's over there just getting the last little flecks of paint off, and the primer never comes off with the paint stripper, so that's coming off with thinners. Alright, there you go. This is why we're doing it, because you know, you can see all that corrosion. It's only really thin metal on the controls, so we'll have to get the rest of the shit off, then acid etch with a brightener, and then treat with chromic acid to put a protective surface back on it. It's this process known as aludizing, very much like anodizing, but it's a chemical process instead of electrolytic. And then this gets an epoxy primer and a polyurethane top coat. So we've got about 2.5 days to do it, Bryn, haven't we?
Yeah, just about that.
Yeah, Bryn's actually cool. Yeah, it's no problem. You know, I'll be sitting on Facebook most of that time doing fuck all, and Bryn hopefully will get this finished. That's it, pretty much. The whole reason we bought this pretty rotten aircraft in the first place is this one got crashed. This was the flagship of the fleet, I suppose. Nice lovely colour, isn't it? This one got stoofed. We just got the nose leg off this at the minute. The whole firewall got shoved back into the cockpit. It's tore the floor out, so we've got to take the bulkhead off and repair the damage behind it. Put some new frames in, new set of rudder bars, and then rivet that bulkhead back on, which is nice. You know, it's the sort of stuff we love doing. The sheet metal work, banging rivets in, making a lot of noise with a hammer, and you know, make it all nice and beautiful. And we'll put a painted firewall on this one. We did something similar on the new aircraft. I call it new aircraft. They're all from the 70s, you know. But you know, I do a lot of opportunity to paint everything. You know, it's the only time we get a chance to do crack inspection on the engine frame and paint the firewall up. This is a bit dirty at the minute, but you know, it just helps spot defects and stuff. You know, if everything's uniform and painted and smart, you know, you've got a much better chance of spotting something that's gone astray. Big 320 cubic inch Lycoming here, so about 5.5 litre, a little 4-cylinder. It's very light. You know, you can pick one of these up just about. Fixed pitch. Yeah. There you go. Cessna 170. Often taken for granted, I suppose, but I reckon a Cessna 170, you know, it's done more pilot training than any other aircraft on the planet, I suppose. It's the second most manufactured aircraft on the planet. The only thing that's been built in numbers greater than this is some crazy Russian armoured ground attack plane of the Second World War, you know, the Stormovik IL-2. I don't know how many of them got churned out, but this is the second most produced aircraft in history of mankind. Really nice bit of design. This one's got long range tanks. You can tell by the funny shape. They normally got square panels on top, but this is good for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours flight, whatever. There we go. Anyway, sorry there's not been any knives or crossbows or hammers or forge work this week, and I'll do my absolute utmost to have something more in line with the standard Turbo Concrete Mega Eagle Fair next week. And I hope you enjoyed this little insight into Bryn and my daily grinds. Cheerio, say bye, Bryn.
Join our Reddit page, Shoes and TCM.
Yeah, the Reddit page, yeah, Bryn's, yeah, quite right. And subscribe and like. Cheers, bye bye.